Ridwan Ibrahim Asante is joining us this morning. Good morning, Ridwan.
I'm blessed, very blessed to start the Sports Center the 1st of February.
Yes, the first Sports Center in February.
And I'm the one. I started in January.
Yes, you started in January.
February.
Started in February.
And you know, February is my month because 11 years ago, I stepped foot here at Joy FM. So it's been 11 years.
Wait, you came to Joy on the 1st of February?
In the month of February.
In the month of February.
In the month of February. So I think it's such a pleasant coincidence that I'm also starting, the first Sports Center in the month of February.
But last night was amazing.
Oh, it was a banger.
The Joy transfer countdown. I can't believe it.
No, you can measure, our influence on social media, on Twitter, to be precise, where we had, the retweets and then the response. So people quoted with the tweet as well.
We're still number one in the trends this morning.
No, that's it. So
the Joy Deadline Day trend.
We make it happen. We are like we make it happen, and we are like Real Madrid. Big as whatever. Money comes by.
Massa, please. Where you're passing? Yeah. The way you're passing, I'll let you go there. What do you mean by please? We Liverpool fans and sympathizers of Barcelona won't allow you to say that.
Okay, you can say whatever you have to say. But hey, yesterday, I thought it was a movie, action movie in town. I saw some pictures on social media and I was like, wow. But I've always
said also West will go on.
I told you the outcome of the result. You don't need to be a cephalogist to predict who is going to win. That's see.
I mean, it was pretty.
What I couldn't have foretold was the degree of chaos. I think we didn't expect it to happen. But it came in. But anyway,
I mean that incident in the morning.
Yes.
So it was unfortunate. I think the reaction of leadership is what will really set us apart.
So everything is calm now. Kids can pick the form. Kids Olympics is on. We're starting on February 9 at Elwak, and it's athletics that's going to start everything. So on February 9, we are, starting with athletics, and then deadline, for those who want to compete in athletics only. It's next week, Wednesday, which is on February 6th. So you have to fill your form. You know what to do. Our webpage, myjoyonline.com. Just find it there, just on the right-hand side, and then fill the form and then send it back to us. Or you can pick a form from here, Joy FM, fill it out, and then you submit at the front office. Or you can get a copy of Junior Graphic, and most of you have called. The numbers given to you, just fill it out, take a shot of it, and then send it to that number on WhatsApp or to the 2 numbers on WhatsApp, and we'll get it, codified in our system.
Kids Olympics. I can't wait to see the first weekend of it. Now, the Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FPAC blows your pain away, and Multi-TV just thrills. Now, whatever your needs are, we dare for you in this new year. Is it the need to pay fees, or the need for that salary or rent advance, or that little something to just cushion yourself? Just keep talking, texting, browsing, and transacting more with your MTN Momo, and you could win 30,000 Ghana cedis and lots of other exciting cash rewards and more each month to cushion you in the new year with MTN More For You promo. And even brighter, you earn additional 75,000 bonus points for every 150,000 points you accumulate to increase your chances of winning these awesome cash rewards. Dial *120# to check your points. We dare for you everywhere you go. MTN. Now, this is our year to live, breathe, and stand red through the highs and lows of the season. Join millions of Reds around the world to show what we wear, what we do, and what inspires our great club, and win loads of prizes. Just use your Standard Chartered Visa, debit, or credit card online or at any point of sale in and out of Ghana to win signed jerseys and an all-expense paid trip for 2 to Anfield. Remember, Standard Chartered is the official sponsor of Liverpool FC, and we stand red with you. Liverpool FC, you will never walk alone. Standard Chartered, here for good. Terms and conditions apply.
Yes, so Sports Center is on now. So which team got the best deals in the transfer market or on transfer deadline day, last night? Still, Turkey is open, Russia is still open, and players will move. China is still open because their league will not start anytime soon. So we'll still be monitoring, those countries who've got their transfer windows open. But still, Callum Hudson-Odoi will remain at Chelsea. No buying move for him. we've got news on the Ghanaian players as it happened last night on transfer deadline day with the big names moving. Suleiman Muntari finally signed, but this time he's going to play for a second-tier side. You know, you've been talking about the elections at West Wuogon, where we had the chaos happen. But one election I can guarantee you, Daniel, you're never going to see anything of that sort in the GFA elections coming up this year. And a would-be candidate, you know, for the presidential race is George Afriyie. Now, the former vice president of the association claims he's head and shoulders above his regimented opponents. For now, we know Kujo Fianu, Ket Okraku, Wilfred Osei, popularly known as Palmer, Alhaji Grusa, Fred Papo, and Nanayawa Amponsa have all expressed interest in contesting, and they will only, vie for the slot if they pass the integrity test. But Afriyie is not looking behind, and he says he comes on board with innovations to whip Ghana football back on track. He spoke exclusively to Joy Sports during his media interaction in the Brahafo regional capital, Sunyani, yesterday.
Looking at where we are now, it's clear to everybody that our football needs a new direction. But how do you get a new direction when you don't have people who have an institutional memory of what our football used to be like? It has to take someone who understands the system. It has to take someone who knows how even FIFA wants to change the member associations. And that person, it's me. Because already I'm in there. I serve on CAF's committee on African Cup of Nations, and I know how football is organized at that highest level. I have been there, and I think that we need to introduce so many innovations in order to brand our football to the level where the football sporting public want to see us. So when you ask me new, there are a lot of things, but unfortunately, I don't want to go into what looks like a manifesto. My today's association with the media, or my today's interaction with the media, is just to reaffirm my earlier position last year that I am in the race when the normalization committee gives the clear go-ahead that elections must be held.
So the election campaign now in gear. Will be updating you on other candidates to replace Kwesi Nyantakyi, who's been banned now and also resigned as GFA president last year after the analysis expose on football corruption in the country. Now, the January transfer window for the major European leagues was at last night closed, with the trademark of some last-minute deals being completed. A lot of them came in. Also, for some Ghanaian players, we had Suleiman Muntari making it on transfer-free deadline day with a move to Spanish second-tier side Albacete. Benedetto Usu takes us through the deals from the Ghanaian perspective.
Aside Suleiman Muntari's move to Albacete, former Asante Kotoko striker Dauda Mohamed joined the side Vitesse Arnhem on loan from Belgian side Anderlecht for the rest of the season. Baba Rahman also completed his loan move from Chelsea to French side Stade Reims, with Mohamed Rabiu moving from Russian side Anchi to NSA for free. Lumo Agbenyeno also moved in this window from Sporting Lisbon to Turkish side Gotsepe. There were also moves for Samuel Nkum as well as Gideon Mensah from Wafa to Red Bull Salzburg.
More on the European transfers will be discussed at 1 p.m. Here on the Joy Sports. That's a locker room with George Addo Jr. and the rest of the team. And also in our football footnote before, Inter Milan have been eliminated from the Coppa Italia. They drew 1-1 with Lazio, but then got eliminated, on penalties. Also, Real Madrid, they advance in the Copa del Rey, defeating Girona by 3-1. More football news to come anyway. But hey, first, let's do some boxing, where it's destiny-defining moment for Richard Comey, who is 24 hours away from his vacant IBF lightweight title bout against Isa Shaniev from Russia in Frisco, Texas. It's the main undercard of the WBO light heavyweight title between the champion Elder Alvarez and also Sergey Kovalev. How good is Comey looking ahead of this fight? Joy Sports boxing specialist Nathaniel Atto previews the fight.
Richard Comey is definitely the bookmaker's favorite going into this blockbuster bout there in Frisco, Texas. Comey has a record of 27 wins and 2 losses. 23 of the wins are coming by way of knockout, which gives him a bigger knockout ratio, as against his opponent, who's also an orthodox boxer and has 13 wins, with 6 of them being knockouts. This bout surely is going to bring the best out of Comey, who is going on for a second attempt, having failed at the first one to former champion Robert Easter Jr. Michael Amobediako is manager of Richard Comey, who is in charge of the Streetwise management outfit, and he looks forward to a very good night.
Going into this fight, Richard has prepared very well, very diligently, had a great training camp with obviously his new trainer, Andre Rosier. Everything's gone well. He's had some great sparring, strength and conditioning. And speaking to Richard earlier on today, he's very upbeat and very positive about his chances of victory.
You know, we've got a preview to this fight on Saturday. That's tomorrow on the Joy Sports Link with the experts here. We'll be looking at Richard Comey, whether this will be another opportunity or the final opportunity for him after missing out against Robert Easter Jr. But it's going to be a busy weekend for Ghanaian clubs and also for national team on the continent. Now, Kumasi Asante Kotoko have arrived in Sudan. They'll be playing against Al Hilal of Omdurman in their opener of the CAF Confederation Cup. That's on Sunday. Coach CK Akono says they are ready for the challenge in a North African country.
We've seen the way they play. There were 3 tapes in terms of their games, and the last 3 games, previous game they played, and so we have a rough idea of how they play, and so we also have a plan. We train, you know, and exercise on the way we want to, the way forward. So we've in a way prepared for this match. Hopefully, whatever we've done can be transformed into the game on Sunday and make sure we do the right thing at the right time and get a good result.
And this is a big challenge because you're starting an Africa campaign in the group stages since 2008. This is the first time Kotoko are playing in the group stages, and you are starting this challenge. How big is it for you?
It's big. It's big for me. It's big for the players as well. The players are there to make names for themselves. If today we can still talk about the Razaks and the Upuku Alfredo, it means they've done something. That is what I've told them. It's their turn now to make sure they make the names, their name, and I'm very sure they will do their best to get a good results.
So that's CK Akono there. Also on Sunday, the Black Satellites, that's the national under-20 team, they will start their Africa Youth Championship campaign in Niger. They play against Burkina Faso. Jimmy Kobler has selected his 21-man squad already. They are supposed to be in Maradi, where they'll be based for the tournaments. And so they've got the key players. Just 4 players from the previous under-17 team got promoted or made it to this squad. But Ghana at the tournament leading with the number of foreign-based players. We've got as many as 11 foreign-based players in our team, with the likes of South Africa with 2 and the rest. Even Nigeria, they don't have that high number of foreign-based players. And don't forget that the Kids Olympics is on. We're starting with athletics. That will be coming up on February 9th at the Elwak Sports Stadium. There's still basketball, football, tennis, table tennis, swimming, taekwondo, all lined up on the 16th and also on 23rd of February. So you just have to pick a form. You can visit our website, get it filled out, and then submit to us, or you can take a shot from the junior graphic after filling out the form, and then you send it to the numbers available on WhatsApp. That's all for the Sports Center. More sports news lined up, in the days to come. Also visit our pages, that's our social media handles, as well as our website. And then at 1 p.m., the team will be here with Locker Room.
Hello and welcome to the MTN Weather Report. Joe, we know say January dear if you are a butter month, but with MTN, see never dry. Now the details of my weather report. 15,000 cities go blow from the